For all those looking to ball on a budget, don't you worry. I got some ideas for you to look at as we head into Series 4. What's good, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Rob, aka Roboto. So today we're gonna take a look at some budget beasts. In particular, this video is gonna be on the offensive side of the ball. Defense will come soon, so keep it locked on this channel. You know what you got to do already here. Like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you've already been here before, I appreciate you as always. Make sure everybody clicks that notification bell, and in the comment section down below, let me know if you got any budget beast ideas. Let's not waste any time. Y'all know the spiel. Like, subscribe, comment. It's budget beast time. We're gonna check out the offensive side. Let's jump right in. All right, so once again, it's going to be on the offensive side of the ball. In this video in particular, we're going to have a defensive side of the ball and another video which will come out either later today or tomorrow. Just keep an eye out for that. Another thing I want to keep in mind for everything here, these are the current prices as of right now. As we approach Friday, I anticipate these prices will go down a little bit, and then Friday we should hit, even into Saturday, we should hit a time period in which these cards will probably be the cheapest they will be all year, especially if you're out there in the market shopping around, trying to manipulate some things and trying to get some stuff for cheap. Now, some things to keep in mind here. Obviously, if you're an experienced seasoned player, these cards might not be much of use to you. I understand if you have a 95, 96 overall team. If you already know what you're doing in MUT, I get it. I understand. You do your thing. But this is for mostly those players who are either newer to the game or aren't very good with their coins or need some ideas in some places to upgrade some spots for cheap. All right. So if you have any suggestions or comments or anything that you think would be a good budget beast option, let me know down below. Now, what I did for this is I went on Mudhead and I kind of just sorted by price. I kept it under 85,000 coins, which is the current rate for a lot of these cards, 85,000 coins and lower. So we don't want to venture off into the 100,000 coins mark, but this is 85K and lower. And again, it's the prices as of right now. And this is an 85K at the max. Some of these cards aren't even approaching that at all. And a lot of this will depend on Friday. The market's gonna go down. It usually always does for a series changeover. So enough dilly-dallying and explaining here. Let's just start right away on the offensive line and tight ends here. First up, we have okay, here's the thing about offensive linemen. I know I've said previously offensive line doesn't matter. It doesn't. But the thing is that you cannot put out there, you know, some trash 82 overall guys that think you're going to survive, right? I'm suggesting that you go ahead and you put out some, you know, potentially solid linemen here that'll help you out in your quest to get through seasons or head-to-head or weekend league, whatever the case may be. So the line I picked for the most part, as you can see, are heavyweights and flashbacks. These cards are going to be the ones that you kind of want to take a look at because a lot of people are quick to dispose of these, especially through exchange sets, especially through any future reroll sets, things like that. So not only are these cards pretty cheap right now, if we check out some of these guys right here, so in particular like Laremy Tunsil here, Tunsil's price is about like 25K, which is super cheap for an 89 right here. 91, Andrews Pete. He's probably, him and Wyatt Teller are probably the most expensive ones here on the offensive line, looking at 46K there for Pete. Teller's about the same, I believe, about like 45K, I think, yeah. And again, this is Xbox prices I checked. PlayStation prices are right next to it. They're not that far off, maybe a 5K coin difference as you see here. With Alex Mack hovering around 40K. Lane Johnson here also. There are different other right tackle options I picked, but Lane is arguably the fastest one there, 75 speed. So pretty much just went with the thick boys up front that were at a reasonable price. You know, there's not one stat in particular I personally look at besides run blocking, but that's just me with my team. You might pass more. I personally like to run the ball a little bit more, or at least run the ball to set the line, to set the game up, so to speak. So the offensive line though, I mean, what are you averaging about a 90 overall there, 91, close to 91, I guess. So yeah, it's not bad, right? Couple 89s at your tackles, interior guys at 91s, and your center at a 90. Can't complain about that at all. Over the tight ends here, I went with 3 guys for 3 different reasons. Number 1 is Jeremy Shockey. I just think overall, considering his price and his stats, he's probably the best budget tight end you can get out there right now. So you see the price difference here between Xbox and PlayStation, about 20, almost 15,000 coins here. I would try to navigate to see if you can shop and get him anywhere underneath 75K. That's a good rate for trading as well. So Shockey here though, 92, 87 speed, 93 catch. The medium route running is key though. 90 medium route running stock. You don't even need to put any chems on him or anything like that. So Shockey's here. His run block also is at like 85, so that's not bad at all either if you want to block on the line there with him. I'm sorry, his run block here is 78. I don't know why it says 85 there, but 78 here run blocking. Run blocking's up 85. Anyway, 78 though, still not too bad at all. So Chuki there isn't a bad tight end to have. The second one I have is Darren Waller. He's been a consistent member of many teams, but right now he's at a time where he's kind of phased out a little bit. There's a bunch of other tight ends that have come in and kind of taken over his spot. It kind of started with Chris Cooley, and we just been rolling on since then. And people have been kind of disposing of Waller, which I don't think is the smartest idea, even though I know I did it, but I just don't think that's the smartest idea. Number one, he goes on two good theme teams, Raiders and Ravens. Number two, he's just a good card. He's always a good card with 87 speed. Medium route running is at 89, so it's one below threshold there, but he is 6'6", 255, 92 catch, 89 spec catch. I don't think it would be a bad idea to try to buy him and invest in him if you can. Again, the prices here are just a smidge different between Xbox and PlayStation, but I would navigate around, you know, the low 60s there if you want to get a good tight end there for Darren Waller. And last but not least is Todd Heap. Yeah, Todd Heap. He's on here similar to why Jeremy Shockey's on here. They're both possession tight ends, and they both get tight end apprentice at 1 AP. So if you are using a quarterback that does not have Hot Route Master, which the quarterback for this team does not, I would suggest getting a guy like Heap or Shockey. I just put Heap down below at 3 just because he's a little bit worse than Shockey. Granted, with the speed, medium route running though is a little better by 91. Speed is a little bit off, so they're actually pretty similar cards here. Heap probably arguably is a little bit better, but the price there below 70k on Xbox, below 80k on PlayStation. Again, these prices will probably drop as we head into Friday. 74 run block there, which is okay. But again, Todd Heap, possession tight end, same as Chuki there. Two good archetypes, two good tight ends there at 92 overall. And again, these guys are under 85k on the Xbox market. PlayStation's a little bit higher, but you know, surprised to pay for playing PlayStation, I guess, right? Moving on to the, I guess you could say, skill position and backfield here. 4 wide receivers I went with, 2 running backs, a fullback, and 2 quarterback options. So first and foremost, let's start with wide receiver 1, Terry McLaurin here. At one point in time was arguably the best receiver in the game, and now this dude's price is plummeting, due in part to that Deshaun Jackson that came out, I think, as an LTD, but also, I mean, another guy who's just kind of phased out a little bit based on the cards that we already have in the game right now. But 92 overall. He's going for 70k on Xbox, about 82k on PlayStation. Again, these prices should be dropping down as the days go on closer to Friday, but 93 speed, he's arguably the fastest receiver. I think he's actually the fastest card here for under 85,000 coins. So Terry McLaurin there, 93 speed, 90 catch, 90 deep route running, so he hits the threshold there for any kind of route tech, things like that. I mean, this is just a good card. It was a good card when it came out, back with Scary Fast for the Most Feared program. And it's still a pretty solid card. So it's Terry McLaurin there, wide receiver 1. His power up, I think, is a little pricey. Yeah, about like 12, 13k. Still not horrible though, but if you can get that power for cheap, get McLaurin there for about 70k. That's not a bad deal at all. I think that's actually pretty great. The second receiver here, I'm going with Henry Ruggs. Now, Ruggs is a receiver that came out with the Most Feared promo, and it's 90 overall. But what I'm looking at here with Henry Ruggs is that 95 speed. 95 speed. You want to talk about a budget beast? I mean, hell, his Most Feared card at 85 is 93 speed. I mean, the receiving stats are kind of whack there for him, but this Ruggs 95 speed receiving stats here aren't horrible. 87 catch, 86 spec catch, 87 deep route running, which you could come up to be over 90 if you go deep on him. So Terry McLaurin has a good opposite wide receiver here in Henry Ruggs for a budget beast team. His price is about 50k, and it is going down. As you see, it's trending down. Also, it probably, again, will drop down as we get closer to Friday there. So Henry Ruggs there, I mean, hell, if you can get him for under 50k, that's a steal for sure. Wide receiver 3 and 4 are both on the same team. They're kind of interchangeable, but for me, I went with Tyler Lockett as my third option here over DK Metcalf, in particular because, look, Lockett is probably due for an upgrade eventually. His last card here was a week 7 team of the week back in October. He's probably due, right? You got this team of the week upgrade here, the +1, I guess, which was cool. But at the same time, it's obviously not his. Oh, that was even week 3, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, this was his last card. So 92 speed, 92 catch, 89 deep route running stock, which again could be chemmed up over 90 spec catch. Still to this day, this card, when I play Seahawks teams, it rips me up. I mean, 40k there on Xbox, 47k on PlayStation. This Lockett card is probably a good bet, both to get right now, and also his power up is super cheap. So you could probably get this card, upgrade him all the way up for probably under 50K, get him up to a 92 there. It's a good card. It's a very solid card. I had him early in the year. He's very, very speedy. He can make stuff happen on the field too if you get him in a drag route. So Tyler Lockett there. I'm just gonna put DK Metcalf on here because he's just a favorite, and he is also under 30K right now. 31K on PlayStation, excuse me, but under 30K on Xbox. It's physical archetype, 92 speed, 84 catch, 86 deep route running, but that 92 speed is always good, especially as like wide receiver 4. I mean, you put him in a little slant type deal. You can't go wrong there. The only problem here with DK is his power up, obviously hovering around 40K. But this card right here for 30K, under 30K, I mean, you could get that card in a minute and kind of add that to the squad. So DK Metcalf right there. Again, this price might go down too, depending on the packs we get. So this is a good budget beast option for sure. Now going to the backfield, I'm going to start right here with Patrick Ricard. I know fullbacks aren't fun and we won't spend too much time on him, but you know, 90 overall, under 40K, 77 speed is cool, but the run block there is 87, lead block is 93, impact block is 92. He'll create some holes for you there on the rushing attack if you're using Patrick Ricard. In the backfield with the running backs, now there's two options here. Number one, I would say, is Reggie Bush. Now, Reggie Bush might be a little bit phased out, and you could argue maybe LaDainian Tomlinson should be the pick here, but still, to this day, Reggie Bush still finds his way on my opponent's backfields all the time. Under 50K on PlayStation, or Xbox, excuse me, above 50K on PlayStation, but you know, under 55K is a good price right there. 91 overall, Reggie Bush, 91 speed. His catching is 82. 91 COD, 91 juke move, 90 ball carrier vision, 92 excel. So he still has some speed on him. Not top end speed that we're getting usually in the game, but you know, these are budget beasts. These aren't the best cards in the game. So, and under 100K, under 50K, depending where you can buy him. And I'm sure his price will go down too, especially as we get more stuff with the 50 coming out to end the series, whether that be more packs or whatever the case may be. And it would also bet Bush maybe gets some sort of release later in the future. I mean, what's stopping them from giving Bush a campus hero, giving him a draft card, combine card, anything like that? So Bush not only might be a good investment right now, but his power up could be also a solid investment there, hovering a little bit under 2K. So I would not sleep on Reggie Bush here as an option. The number 2 running back I have here is Herschel Walker. Only because his price is decent and it's a different change of pace as opposed to Reggie Bush, depending on how you play right here. So Herschel Walker's a power back, or Reggie Bush's archetype, I believe, is a receiving back, core receiving back or something like that. Yeah, receiving back. Herschel Walker here at a 92 overall. He's going to come in with 92 speed, 90 trucking, 90 COD. Spin move's only 82, but juke move's 87, stiff arms 86, 88 break tackle. I have him on my Giants, or not Giants team, but I have him on my team with Giants chems. He also gets Eagles chems, Cowboys chems. So it's a pretty solid back, especially if you're a power runner for under 75K. Again, this price will probably go down even more as we get closer to Friday. So Herschel Walker there at 92 speed, 92 overall, not bad at all. And last but not least, the quarterbacks here. First, I'm going to talk about Steve McNair. Steve McNair here at a 93 overall. This is his Legends card, the full Legends card. Price is like 85K on Xbox, 96K on PlayStation. It's a little bit higher than what I would like, but part of the reason why is that he's still a solid quarterback, right? Field general, gets hot route master, 84 speed, 85 speed if you put him in the power up, 92 throw power. So he gets the hot route master that a lot of people like and enjoy, and he also has some speed. So he's a good option there for sure, but just not my favorite option. My favorite option, the quarterback I still use to this day. I've went back and forth. I've tried Dante Culpepper. I've tried Daniel Jones. I've tried Michael Vick. I've tried Justin Herbert. I've tried them all. I've tried so many quarterbacks, and for some reason, this Josh Allen card has been so consistently good for me. Under 75K on Xbox, almost 85K on PlayStation 4 and 5, but 85 speed, 95 throw power, so he gets Gunslinger right there. A 2 AP for Gunslinger, but for me, I like Gunslinger more than Hot Route Master, me personally. Yeah, this card has just been insanely good for me all year long. He doesn't disappoint. I have Go Deep on him. He's up to like a 95 for me through his power up. His power up's gonna be a little bit expensive too, about like 50K there. You gotta expect that he's gonna win some sort of awards too, whether that be NFL honors for fantasy player of the year, or he gets an upgrade as the Bills proceed and keep winning through the playoffs. Josh Allen here, I just think is a great option as your quarterback, especially on a budget. I mean, hell, he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the game overall, just because he's just that damn good. So that's gonna do it for this video. That's all the budget beast options I have. Again, we tried to stay under the 85,000 coin range there. Some of them were approaching it, a few of them were, but for the most part, I think we did a pretty good job trying to assessing the market before we head into Friday. So that'll be all for this video. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. We'll catch you next time. Peace.